Hey everyone, Jeff Mackerlin here, and today we're going to talk about one of my favorite scales to play in a dominant 7th chord. I'm going to show you how you take a classic minor pentatonic, and by just changing one note, we're going to flip it into something way cooler called the dominant pentatonic scale. Then we'll take it even further by adding in some chromaticism and the blue note. So let's dive in. As always, before we get going, if you like my channel, please hit the like and subscribe button, as it helps out a lot. I also have one of my favorite courses on sale called Blues Rock Repeated Licks. It's an excellent course on how to build up your vocabulary, your fluidity as a player, and your technique all at the same time, playing cool blues rock licks. It's on sale for a special price using the link above or below. So first things first, our chord progression is just an E7 jam. An E7 is spelled E, G sharp, B, and D. Now the go-to scale for something like this is going to be E minor pentatonic, which sounds great. But E minor pentatonic is spelled E, G, A, B, D, E, G, A, B, D, E, G. But I'm playing a G sharp in my chord. Now, if you've been playing the minor pentatonic scale for years and why doesn't it ever sound that bad, maybe you're doing two things. Maybe you're tweaking that note, which is important, a little bit of a bend, or you're just getting off the note really quickly. So I'm going to play the E minor pentatonic scale over the E7 vamp so we can hear how it sounds. And let's listen really closely. Of course, I was playing it up when I'm running through the scale, but sitting on that G is not a great sound. So traditionally in blues and rock and jazz, we're going to tweak that note a little bit. We're going to bend that G sort of to a G sharpish, right? We're alluding to it. As opposed to going. We're going to kind of tweak it a little bit and it suddenly sounds cool. And that bending of the note gives it that really cool emotional quality. Right? As opposed to. So here's the thing we can do. We can change that G to a G sharp. So we're changing the flatted third of the scale, which is the G, to the natural third of the scale, which is contained in the chord. So now we have E, G sharp, A, B, D, E, G sharp, A, B, D, E, G sharp. Let's hear that awesome scale over the jam track. When I first learned that scale, I was like, the clouds parted. What is this cool thing? It's this brighter sound. It's different. The first place I think I actively heard the scale was from some Jeff Beck stuff. Hence why I threw in that little sort of Jeff Beck kind of phrase. Tunes like Freeway Jam, Blue Wind, he's definitely using this. But this scale is great. So once again, all I did was take a minor pentatonic scale and raise the flat third, the G to a G sharp. Now what's also so cool about this is I can take any of my minor pentatonic licks that I'm familiar with and just change the G to a G sharp. So let's something like this. Now it's going to bring that up to a G sharp. Sounds really cool, doesn't it? Let's go right here. And raise it up. Let's hear those two licks over the track. Let's keep going. Let's say we take a classic blues lick like this and just raise that G to a G sharp. So you see that sounds dramatically different. I think they both sound great, but very different sounds by just changing one note. So the idea here is you can take any minor pentatonic scale lick and raise this third up, and you've got a great dominant pentatonic lick. But wait, there's more. I can add in the G and the G sharp to add some chromaticism and get a really awesome sound. The only caveat here is I want to go from G to G sharp each time. I don't want to go G sharp to G. So in any direction we're playing the scale, ascending or descending, you want this sound to go G to G sharp. I'll show you what I mean. So I'm going to ascend. I've got E, G, G sharp, A, B, D, E, G, G sharp, A, B, D, E, G, G sharp. So now descending, check it out. I want to play G, G sharp, E, D, B, A, G, G sharp, E, D, B, A, G, G sharp, E. So if I put that together, it makes a little more sense. Check it out. That sounds really cool. So let's hear that over the track. So by entering the G sharp from the half step below, we get a very traditional, great blues sound. Right? So, but I'm thinking about that really consciously. So the scale is an E dominant pentatonic scale with an added G natural, or is it an E minor pentatonic scale with an added G sharp? Whatever you want to call it. This embellishment, I don't even hear it anymore. It's just something I do on a dominant seventh chord. But if I choose to omit it, that's a cool sound as well. Like a little more pure dominant seventh as opposed to that more bluesy element to it. So now I'm just going to improvise a little bit with that scale. Notice how I'm always playing G to G sharp. Let's check it out. So it's a pretty cool sounding scale, and I would definitely recommend that you move on to another pentatonic scale position and change that flat 3 to the natural 3. But wait, there's even more. What we can do is take our blues scale, which already has a chromatic note in it, the blue note, so E, G, A, B flat, B, D, E, G, A, B flat, B, D, E, G. We could add in our G and our G sharp, and we get this. So we get this really cool chromaticism of the E, the G, the G sharp, the A, the B flat, and the B. And then descending, remember we're going to play G to G sharp. That's a great sound, right? Yeah.
You spoiled the atmosphere now. I'm sorry. Shut up! We'll have to start again.
So let's hear this one in action. So that's a pretty cool sound too, isn't it? So how did we get there? Once again, Start off with the minor pentatonic scale. Then we're going to raise the flatted third, the G, in this case to a G sharp, raising the flat third of the scale to a natural third. So we get our minor pentatonic to our dominant pentatonic, which is a different sound on its own, and it's just as cool as adding in a chromaticism. You want to make choices. Do I want to play minor blues, a little more traditional, get that natural third in there, make it a little brighter, a little more modern sounding? And then I can start to think about adding it in with the blue note and getting a bunch of that chromaticism, which is also a great sound. To me, it's all of those things mixed together that leads to some really great guitar playing. So minor pentatonic, root flat 3, 4, 5, flat 7. Dominant pentatonic, root 3, 4, 5, flat 7. Minor blues scale, root flat 3, 4, flat 5, 5, flat 7. The whatever you want to call it scale, altered pentatonic scale or something, root flat 3, 3, 4, flat 5, 5, flat 7. Just experiment with it and you'll get it. So I hope this helped. And if you liked the video, once again, please hit the like and subscribe button. Also, I have my Blues Rock Repeated Licks course on sale using the link above or below. If you want to build up your technique, your chops, your fluidity, economy picking, hammer-ons, pull-offs, everything, it's in that course for a special price using the link above or below. Until next time, I'm Jeff Mackerly.